That'll do you. Quite nicely. Good morning, Australia and the world. Welcome to Coolangatta for the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals. It's an absolutely glorious day. We've got a rip snorter for you. First up, we had a almost a false start this morning with a forfeit due to some unfortunate tummy bug illness. And this morning at the 9 a.m. slot, you will see, number 6 seeds Garang Anyang with Justin Schumann from Victoria taking on the number 14 seeds Sam O'Day and Bradley Fullerton from New Zealand. The Kiwis came through the qualifiers, and both teams are also playing in the Volleyball World Futures event next week here on the sands of Coolangatta. And our first referee, Darren Grimsey, has just made his way to the top of the ref stand, and with a nice little southeasterly, looks like we'll be getting underway in just a moment. I'm Jonathan Cannon. I'll be your host this morning, and for the rest of the day, I'll be joined later by other people and factions of our volleyball community. Another Jonathan will be joining me, in Jonathan Fogarty. And as teams come to exchange pleasantries, we will get underway in just a moment. Garang at the net, shaking hands with Big Ben and Bradley. And Justy making his way to now the opposite end, the water side. As you'll see, there's a little bit of a breeze, so going from left to right as you look at it on the slightly cornered angle of our telecast. And first attack goes in, but so does Bradley into the net. That was quite full on from Fullerton. Ooh, and that one goes just long as the wind dies down ever so slightly here on our centre court. Coolangatta, an absolutely magnificent place to be here in Queensland, and it's on the border of New South Wales. Coolangatta and Tweed, right on the Tweed heads. So if you're joining us and trying to figure out where we are on the Australian map, that's where we are. And that one goes just long again. This time it's the Kiwi boys with the service error, thanks to Brad Fullerton. He's playing right side. And it's Garang Anyang with the honours with the serve at the moment for the boys from Victoria. Claims what looked like the bottom part of the tape, but it ricochets over and then ricochets off the Garang Anyang block for a point for Sammy O'Day. Sammy O'Day finding himself across the Dutch without his brother Ben. But he teamed up with Big Bad Brad. And another service error from the Kiwis. Lifting error called by Darren Grimsey on Brad Fullerton. Darren Grimsey has been tasked with first referee here for the elite program, the elite side of the draw. Challenger also playing here today and this week, or this weekend rather. And a 2-ball turn from Sammy O'Day does it nicely as we change ends again. Darren Grimsey has been also honoured with, well, best first referee. He's obviously most popular first referee as well. Not only with the players, but with also social standings. He's a lovely man, and he's always up for a bit of a boogie, whether it be on the sands, on the stands, or on the dance floor. Actually, we can't get him off there. That one goes just wide from Garang. Still trying to figure out conditions out here. It's a little bit of a swirly breeze. You'll notice that the flags are sort of drifting towards the water, but they're not permanently fixed and fluttering in that direction. They're just sort of pointing that way and a bit limp here on Saturday morning. As we have a look at the score, 5 serving 4 with looks like Garang to have a bit of a swing from the baseline. Both these teams are still currently in their pool play. They both won yesterday and they will both be going through to the next phase. It's just how and who and when. So, not necessarily a crucial game for either of these teams, but certainly the competitive natures and juices will be flowing. As the wind picks up, you can see from that ball toss and a short serve. And Justy can't put that short knuckles back in front of the Kiwi defender. Let's see if this wind sticks around. We are expected a little bit of rain again today. If it's anything like yesterday, it'll be quite dramatic. Opting for the short float serve this time. And Garang lines up for a standing set and then just whips and whacks that wrist over the top for a standing 2-ball down ball winner. Doesn't matter how it gets it done. Doesn't have to be pretty. A short serve from Schumann. Great defense. Almost a diving forehand, but the Kiwis on the tack again. And tools off Garang out the side of that right-handed block. Nice control by the Kiwis. They are what we'll call this the good end. Nicely done from Fullerton. Over the top of the block. Fairly cool conditions this morning. Again, that slight breeze giving the northern end a little bit of an advantage. Northern end being closest to the water. As we're slightly turned around here in Coolangatta Beach. Bang from Garang. Bradley again. He's on the 2-ball. He's the shorter of the two, but I walked past him earlier. He's got to be 6'2", 6'3". I'm sure we'll get some comments in the section below for from our Kiwi friends to let me know he's actually 6'4", or somebody bring him down a peg or two and say he's 5'11 and a half. I don't know. Well, we've got a tight one here in the first set. These two teams fairly well matched. It's the number 6 seeds taking on the number 14. The 6 seeds are the Victorians, Garang and Justy, and the 14th seeds are our Kiwi friends, Sam and Bradley. But if they keep playing like this, they might not make too many friends. Oh, Garang goes head hunting and wide to the side. Nice float serve, going Garang again. Great set from Schumann, but we've come to expect that. And this time it's the miss hit that gets the clean winner. Sammy O'Day. Oh, yeah. 9-11, we got a technical timeout after this point. Will we see a 3-point advantage or just the one? Time will tell. I know this sort of scoreline, and with the expectation of a tech timeout, 9-11 can trigger some people into action. Schumann off pace, but he puts it in a difficult spot. Garang gets some nice defense. Sets from his partner is perfect. O'Day off the net. What can he do? Crushes it cross, but he can't find the court. That goes out, and we'll go to a technical timeout with Schumann and Garang 10-11 down against the Kiwi boys, Sam O'Day and Bradley Fullerton here at Coolangatta. Welcome back. Tourism and Events Queensland are helping us out with this event. What an absolutely magnificent bunch of people they are. And also Scape, who you just saw on our magnificent YouTube ad, putting our students with affordable and very, very classy accommodation. Back here after the tech timeout, we've got our lines all lined up once again, and our first and second referees getting the job done respectively. And it's Schumann with the honours to serve. He's just dusting the court off at the moment, just flattening out some of this beautiful Coolangatta sand. Coolie, as it's colloquially known, here on the Queensland side of the Tweed River, or Tweed Heads. Tweed on the New South Wales side. Diving Schumann, can't quite get the dig. Not often you don't see him get that.
Just a quick update for all of our men's and women's challenger division. There has been a slight amendment to the draw, so if you're playing in the men's or women's challenger divisions, please double check the draw so you know where you are playing or dutying.
You may or may not have heard the court amendments to the draw as well, thanks to Jared, our sports presentation and tournament organiser. Oh, nicely done from Garang. Back in action here on centre court. Good hands. Great swing. Sam and Brad. Well done from the young Kiwi lads. Shouldn't really say young, they've been around for ages. Sam in particular. Nice jump serve, a little off pace, easy for Schumann to handle. And he gets it done off the top of the block. Schumann outsized at the net, but certainly not outsmarted. He's grown up around beach volleyball. He probably had a volleyball before he had a pair of shoes. Oh, Garang charges to the net after his serve, but he gets tooled off the top of. Might have even come off the top of his head. Probably serves you right for getting up that high. No, we don't like to see anybody get hit in the head. O'Day with the serve here from the southern end. Goes the jump float, hits Garang on the arms. Nice set from Schumann. Great power swing from Garang. Anyang from Victoria. Sporting the new weapon gear, weapon sponsorship down from South. That's the elite squad from Victoria. They've got their WEAP ons on their shorts. Weapon. It's part of their sports performance down in Melbourne town. Oh, nice shot from Garang again. He showed us his power and then he showed us his nous. Gets it done quite nicely, and by the looks of it, we're all tied up at 15 all. Great set once again. O'Day turns it. Beautifully done, but by the looks of it, he doesn't quite get the stat if we're being quite strict on things, because I believe Garang might have actually touched the net. Nice set as he was super tight to the net, Sammy O'Day, but Bradley Fullerton gets a great set from his partner and just cross-courts it easy down in front of the defender.
One should be serving. One should be serving.
Oh, Garang with a hammer. Long, lanky limbs. Great athlete, Garang. And he's got some physical attributes that make him play taller. Great long limbs. He's about 6'3". He's got such a wingspan. And he plays like he's 6'5". He's a monster. With that 17 all, Garang still with it, and that's forced the Kiwis into a timeout. Here at Court 1 at Coolangatta for the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals. This is the crux of it. This is the elite division. We'll be back in just a moment.
The ball's under the table as well.
Back after the timeout, the wind's picked up a little bit, and it's going against the Kiwi boys. They've gone to the good end. The wind's picked up for them, and they've lost 2 points in a row in a crucial stage here in the first set. Interesting. Nice serve drifting across this passer from Garang. He's got a bump set after that Schumann defense. Bit of a reload action here. Roll ball over the top, full stretch. Knuckles out of reach. The Vic boys did a hell of a lot to win that point. But the Kiwi boys did just enough to stay in it and came home with the biscuits. O'Day looks to tee off from the northern end with the wind in his face, or the breeze in his face, but probably bugging up his ball toss if we're honest. And that brings up set point for Schumann and Garang. Anyang with the 2-ball block. Nice set, gets another touch. Can he do something first ball? He can, but probably not enough. Gets another chance. Schumann everywhere again. Been saying that for years. Oh, we love to see that if he was square and it was clean. And it was. And a timeout. Still with a set point to the Victorians, but they'll have a little bit of a break and a chat. Come out with a plan of attack. And we'll be back just after this with the Gold Coast Volley Slam here at Coolangatta Beach. That's what you're watching. This is the first part of it. It'll be going for a full 10 days. And the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour finals here from the 25th to the 27th of March. And then the Australian Youth Beach Volleyball Championships from the 28th to the 31st of March. And then we'll have the Australian Beach Schools Cup from the 2nd to the 4th of April. It's bloody all happening here. And don't forget, next weekend, in between all that, as a part of VolleyFest, is the Futures Tour event. What is that? It's the World Tour, ladies and gentlemen, coming to Coolangatta Beach. The World Tour Futures event. And Schumann, the future of it, goes between the block and the antenna, goes off the tape and possibly in, but we're not quite sure if it's been called out whether off the sideline or if it hit the antenna. Didn't really look to hit the antenna, but maybe just with the clipping of the tape of the ball. So, tied up, 20-all. Great shot from Schumann, good control on defense from Brad. Goes inside out. Now it's Garang's turn. He goes big and he goes bang, Anyang. Oh, he's left it, and it's only just gone out. So another set point saved, and we'll rotate round. Schumann and Yang looking to capitalise on a couple of set points they've already had. They don't have one currently, nor do the Kiwis. They're all tied up. But let's see if the ends have got anything to say about it. The northern side, where the Victorians are at the moment, is technically the good end. However, as stats would show, it probably hasn't been so. 2-ball, diving defense. Tight set, and he's got stuck in the net again. That's the second time from Brad. One or two to start the set, and possibly one to finish the set as well, as that set point comes up for the Victorians. Might have just overcooked the bump set from O'Day, but Bradley just went hell for leather, headstrong, straight at it. A little bit too full on from Fullerton. Good serve, trying to split the two. Cut shot, Schumann's got it. 2-ball, Garang's got it. And then goes bang O'Day, but it goes out. And Schumann and Yang are super happy with the result. They take it out. 23-21 here in the first set. Still pool play. Winner will go through. The loser will do so as well, but who they play is going to be crucial for the rest of their tournament. And we will see you in just a moment. We'll have a word from Major Events Gold Coast. See you in a tick. And a great start to the second set from the Kiwi lads. Sammy O'Day at the net. And thanks to Bernice, all the way over in Kiwi land, I will eat my words and make adjustments to our draw. It is Brad Fuller, not Fullerton. My apologies for any any misunderstanding and miscommunication. I shall eat my words. Victoria back on the board here with Garang Anyang with the serve. He serves Brad Fuller. And he gets a big swing cross court that Schumann can't handle. And another one for the Kiwis. Great swing, gets the top of the block. O'Day certainly towers over a standing Garang, but both with their reaches, limb length and athleticism, it's quite the battle royale at the top there. Great short serve from Shuey. And a great swing from Brad Fuller. He's off the net and he's turned it line on the retreating blocker, and not a hell of a lot Garang could do then. Schumann off the net this time. Just rolls it, moving his opposition around where they'd like. And I'll tell you what, Sam O'Day loves that ball tight and high on the net. And when you can bang it like that past the blocker, why not? He's been a huge man for many years on the tour in New Zealand, and when he gets his chance on the World Tour as well. We obviously saw him here at Coolangatta a few years ago now at the Commonwealth Games. Took on the Aussies. Damien Schumann and Chris McHugh. This time he's taking on Justy Schumann. Nice work from Garang, just finding the block, but the block was certainly not in a position to stop the point to their advantage, but he tools him out the wide side of the court and terminates the point to the advantage of the Vicks. Top spin, good ball toss into the wind, and a 2-ball finished in fine style from O'Day goes, oh yeah. Ripping start from the Kiwis, and it's forced Schumann and Anyang to a timeout. They trail by 5 points as a magpie joins us right on the net. I've never seen that. 8 serving 3, a 5-point lead to New Zealand here in the second set. They lost the first one 23-21, going the way of the Vicks. It was a tight affair, as obviously the scoreline would suggest, but it sort of ebbed and flowed a little bit more than you may have thought, with 1917 and then 2018 going the way of Victoria. It was a nice little fight back from the Kiwis, even when they went to the bad end. So as this Coolangatta southerly starts to pick up and whip up just a little bit, starting to see some stratocumulus clouds forming over in the distance. I'm sure I'll be corrected. Might be cumulonimbus, I'm not sure. I'll have to ask Crowded House. Another great teaming up of Australians and Kiwis. There's your segue, ladies and gents. We come back to the action here on centre court. Court 1 at Coolangatta, the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals. Darren Grimsey getting us back underway, our first referee. Blows his COVID-safe whistle and we're away again. Good hands, high set, lets that ball sit, goes for the hit, gets blocked. Sammy O'Day. It's great to see some internationals, even if they are only a hop, skip and a jump away. Some internationals back here on our shores. Possibly the shortest possible flight for a Kiwi. But when you're a flightless bird, any flight's pretty good. Great turn from Fuller. Finds himself at the net. What's he got for a block? Nothing. He's retreating and can't quite get that control. Smart play from the Victorians. Just moved them around like a chessboard. And a fault. Neither team utilising the good end here, which is quite odd, but hey, we'll get there. I'm sure we'll get there. Garang again with the sit from that set. Schumann's hand is always so dependable, so reliable. Nah, the swing goes in. Fuller. Really getting into his work now. Garang goes bang once again from the big fella. Love it when he's in full flight. Serving 6. Certainly a bit of a turn of events from the first set. The Victorians at the southern end, which is the left-hand side of your broadcast as you see it. And the number 6 seeds consisting of Garang Anyang, who is our current server, and his partner, the dynamic defending dynamo, from Schumann, Justy that is. And with another point going the way of the Kiwis, that's going to take us to a technical timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. Tourism and Events Queensland. It's live, and we are back live here on Centre Court at the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals. You're watching the team of Sam and Brad. That's O'Day and Fuller from New Zealand here at the southern end, which is the left-hand side of your broadcast on the angle we've got that we're showing you. Taking on the Victorian pairing, the number 6 seeds in Justin Schumann and Garang Anyang. Great shoot shot from Schumann. And they come out all the better for that technical timeout. 8-14. They got a little bit of work to do, but luckily for them, they've got the, I suppose, the buffer of the first set under their belt already, but at no stage do you really want to see yourself 6 or 7 points in arrears. So a little bit of work to do, but luckily for them, again, they've got the one set under their belt, but they've got time. And they've got time to work into this set just a little bit more. No real pressure. That's not going to help. No real pressure from the other team closing it out in quick fashion. But hey, I've been known to eat my words before, including in this broadcast. Sammy O'Day taking a leaf out of his brother Ben's book, trying to go for the left-handed swing. Ben, of course, is not left-handed, but had to be, with quite a bung shoulder for quite some time. He got quite adept at the old left-handed swing. Nice, easy shot, but came back over in one, and Schumann hasn't moved, and he's got 3 defensive ups. He either reads it very well, very lazy, or that one goes just long, or he's just a freak, which I think we can all agree might just very well be. Garang puts that one long, though, so a little bit of work to do here for the Vic boys if they want to get back in this set. That mid-stages comfort buffer that I was touching on just earlier has dwindled as they go point for point. And that's not going to get it done. It's almost a slap from Garang. There's no topspin on it. Whether he just got stuck in the sand. The Coolangatta sand's quite deep and loose. So maybe a little bit of sort of footing going awry. But maybe with some more rain from yesterday and today and tomorrow and possibly the rest of the week, maybe that'll compact itself later. Oh, big swing, the run around. Nice work, Big G. Seven-point lead. Schumann goes corner to corner but couldn't get it. And now it's an 8-point lead. Service fault. O'Day and Fuller. Looking down the barrel of sending this one to third and final set. once again, we're seeing the good end do no good to either team as Schumann and Anyang get themselves another point. They're going to have to chip away and peg away in quick succession here. Maybe 4 points to the 1 if they can get that sort of ratio going. That'd be putting them back into the mix, but faults aren't going to do it. Another one goes along at the baseline. 19 serving 11. Team's going point for point. The O'Day Fuller combination keeping the Victorians well at bay. Oh, just a half jump from O'Day. It's a fast set and sort of caught him inside on the court, so I had to step to his left and then just get a little pop jump from Schumann. What can you do with the attack? Claims the top of the net, but we're still in play. Shoots that. You would think last roll of the dice here for the number 6 seeds here in the second set. If it does go the way of the Kiwis, we will be going to the third and deciding, obviously. 2-ball, O'Day, winner. That's just the cliff notes of that point. Nice reload from Sammy. He's off the net, but he does love to tee off when he's in that scenario, and he gets the job done. 21-13, going the way of the Kiwis. Welcome back to Coolangatta, the beautiful golden sands of part there of the Gold Coast. On the border towns of Coolangatta and Tweed River. Beautiful stuff here up in Queensland. Where else would you rather be? I know it's a bit early, but I could go a Corona. We're coming back here into centre court action. Still pool play. Both teams are going through to the next phase of the tournament. But what that looks like for them and who against and all that junk, we shall see just at the end of this third and deciding set. The Victorians at the southern end with the first serve from Schumann. They took out the first set 23-21. And first point goes to them. Great block and great spot from Garang and Anyang. And then the Kiwis level it up 21-13, a bit of a shellacking, you could say. Nice behind set, and that hammer from Sammy O'Day drills it cross court. Such a slow loping swing sometimes from Sam, but he just comes off his hands so fast. Fist pumping a yeah, buddy. Love the sound of that. Schumann and Anyang change ends with the advantage of only just the 1 point. 3-2, of course, we change every 5 points here in the third sets. The deciding this somewhat tiebreaker style set, rather than the 7s that we do in the first 2 sets. Great turn, but couldn't quite get it to find the court, cross court. And goes just wide, 3-all. Great shoot up the line, but Brad's all over it. He transitions with a 1-foot spike attack. Schumann gets it, but he couldn't quite get it back to Garang. I'm sure the rogue gun photographers out there supplying us with some tremendous footage and shots will get that one. Spectacular play from both defenders. Garang sees an opportunity, but it claims the net, which keeps the Kiwis in it, but that ball goes wide. Couldn't quite get the job done. Tight. I sense some tightness in the attack from all of these players. They're wheeling, they're dealing. Nobody's banging away just yet. Somebody is next door. If you can hear that in our audio, we apologise. Oh, Garang, nice block from the big dog. Gets Sammy O'Day on a big old stuffer. He's going to go back to serve with a 1-point advantage, which is now all tied up. Again, just both teams not able to control the northern end of the beach this morning. It is fascinating to watch. I'm sure there's some reason. With that change of ends, Sammy O'Day's got the jump float, finds that left-hand side of the left-hand attacker, or left side attacker rather. 2-ball, Garang gets the block, but it doesn't go in. Seems as though the tempo of the play is quickened up here in the third and deciding set. I'm not sure that's a deliberate tactic from any one team, but it's certainly being met by the opposition. I couldn't tell you who's decided or implemented the speed up of the game, but whoever it is being met with. And it's the off-pace shots. Quick game, but not the power game, and it's the off-pace shots from the Victorians that have got themselves another. Another 2-ball scramble from the Vics, no good. 2-ball for the Kiwis, gets the biscuits. Overpass, just cooking it. Now the conditions start to play a role. 2-point advantage for the lads from New Zealand. Service error from the northern end. Seen it a lot this morning. Whether it's swirling a little bit more or just a little inconsistent. Trying to find the retreating blocker. Goes wide again. Garang and Justy get 2 points in a row. We're all tied up again, 8-all. And a timeout called by the lads from New Zealand. 8-all, third set. Oh, good short shot. Schumann's there again. And a nice little inside-out play from Garang and Anyang. Gets the job done. They hit the lead. 9-8. The race to 15. This being the Australian Tour Finals, any advantage at any stage of the competition is going to be, funnily enough, advantageous. Oh, bang, Anyang. Biggest serve of the day. Big old shank from Fuller. 2 points in a row after the timeout. And after we've seen basically no team this morning control the northern end with the wind, all of a sudden the good end has become the good end. Oh, great swing from Sammy O'Day. Let's put the shades back on. Means business. Stop flashing those baby blues. Put the business goggles back on. Good set into the wind. Great block from O'Day. He retreats. Schumann gets him on the retreat. Not exactly the cleanest first touch from Sammy O'Day. And he cops that on the chin and he changes ends. We change at tens. Just an update on our scoreboard. It is 11 serving 9. My apologies. Great shooting set. But Garang's all over it. They somehow get a scrambling attack away. Garang gets his chance to go bang, and doesn't he just? Oh, hitting error at the most crucial time for both teams. All of a sudden, a 4-point buffer to the Victorians, the number 6 seeds. They're 2 points away from taking out this third and deciding set. There is a small window of opportunity still open for the Kiwis. Are they ahead of the game? They're ahead on time zones. Let's see. Schumann on it. Good swing. We're going to see a 2-ball. We are. And geez, he's good at that, Sammy O'Day. He's got so much power and speed for a guy that looks so lackadaisical. Oh, Garang with a shank. First of the day. What a time to do it. Just to give a bit more of a sniff to your opposition just toward the end of the match. And a timeout called by the Victorians. 13-11 they lead. Kiwis with the serve and the good end. Alrighty, back after the timeout. Both teams talking tactics and have a little bit of a sip. And let's get back on with it. (11) serving 13. Good serve from Brad Fuller. Garang goes bang again and gets it done. Match point. And a change of ends. The number 6 seeds leading the number 16, rather. The 6 seeds leading the number 14 seeds, rather, with a match point that Garang is serving for right now. He's got 3 of them. Goes the top spin, catches Sam O'Day high on the chest. Here he goes, bang. Garang's got it on the block, but he can't control it. Too strong, too much power from Sam O'Day. One match point saved. O'Day with a jump float. Goes to Schumann. 2-ball from Garang. Doesn't quite get the contact he wanted on his hand and only just misses the baseline by an inch. But a game of inches has drawn to only one more match point. O'Day once again with the serve. Oh, clips the top of the tape. Nervous stuff. Schumann with an attack. Gets it. Doesn't quite get any hands. Doesn't get any hands, rather. And those 3 match points on the good end have gone by the wayside, and we are 14 points all. Got to win by 2. Goes a little deeper. Schumann with a runaround. Gets it off the block, off his own shoulder. And a roll ball on 2 gets Brad Fuller a fist pump and a match point for the Kiwis. Much like a change in direction in swing, that momentum has changed. And given the Kiwis a match point. O'Day with it again. Goes to Schumann. Great swing from Shuey. Catches the chest of Brad. The ball still in play. Garang, nice work, cuts it down the middle of the defender and blocker. This time the Victorians have saved the match point, much to the delight of the very appreciative crowd, mainly made up from athletes and Victorians. Change of ends, 15 all. Great swing, good spot from Schumann, but couldn't quite control the defense this time, and it's another match point. This time Brad Fuller with the honours. Let's see what he can do to take this game possibly out. Is he going to go the top spin? Spin to win. He does. Bump set. Schumann gets it. O'Day goes OT and OUT. Oh, that's a pretty big angle. Biggest of the day and the biggest of the summer, I dare suggest. Such control with his body. He's lined up line, done a half pirouette, turned it cross and just gone whack. And gives Kiwis another match point. This time Sammy O'Day with the serve. He did the damage at the bad end. What's he got at the good one? The northern end, waterside. Oh, that'll do it. Outrageous finish to a great match between these two teams. The number 14 seeds of New Zealand in O'Day and Fuller taking out this one in fine style, 18-16 rather, here in the third and deciding sets. Congratulations to those lads. But fear not, both teams will be going through to the next stage. This was just for bragging rights and to see where they position themselves in the next phase of the elite side of the tournament. Up next here, the 10 a.m. time slot, we're going to have the number 9 seeds, Bryce Poland and Pat Tang, taking on the number 16 seeds, Brandon Eagle and Mitchell Field. Stay tuned. See you in a sec.